Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about albinism. Albinism, a genetic disorder that affects about 1 in 17,000 people, is normally caused by a lack of melanin. Symptoms of this disorder are pale skin, hair, and eye problems. Individuals who suffer from this disorder have sensitive skin and therefore have a higher risk of skin cancer. Here we talk to the sister of an albino.
Being the sister of a person who has albinism fills you with thoughts and ideas. You know, I love my brother for what he is and not for his appearance. And sometimes I wonder why he has this disease, why him? And I understand that sometimes my brother feels angry and sad about this, and I know it's hard for him, but he's very strong. He's really strong. And I try to support him the best I can because I love him. And all I want is my brother to feel normal like everyone. And he's a great person. And he is really a great person. And I would like him to feel good all the time, that this disease doesn't stop him at anything because he can do everything, and he can do it. And if I could do something else to make my brother feel better, I will do it without thinking because I really love him.
Now we talk to an expert.
In albinism, the deletion mutation happens in the MC1R gene, otherwise known as the melanocortin 1 receptor. An individual will inherit this mutation when receiving one defective gene from each parent. Typically, an albino will have pale blue eyes, white hair, and oddly pale skin. So, due to the paleness, they will most likely have vision problems, and because of the sun, they are susceptible to receiving skin cancer. Sadly, there is no cure, because it's in the gene. Protein synthesis is the process in which new proteins are created. Transcription is the first step in which RNA polymers unzips a segment of DNA and matches RNA nucleotides with the corresponding bases on the bottom strand. The pairings are thymine with adenine, guanine with cytosine, cytosine with guanine, but when DNA has adenine, mRNA matches with uracil. The second step is translation, and mRNA connects with the ribosome. Then tRNA comes in and pairs with mRNA while a peptide bond is formed by amino acids. This process in translation continues until the end of the gene where a stop codon is reached. Finally, the stop codon is read and the protein is formed and ready to function. Many people with a noticeable disease are often faced with several struggles in their life, and albino people are no different. First off, students are sometimes faced with discrimination and stereotyping, inside and even outside of school. In fact, the discrimination and stereotyping can get to be so bad to the point where a student's confidence will drop, and they sometimes even drop out of school. As for adults, they can sometimes feel unwanted or even excluded when they are with their friends or family. Now, those struggles may have sounded bad, but albino Africans had it even worse. In 2015, over 200 witch doctors and healers were arrested in Tanzania, the place said to have had the highest population of albino people. Now, you may be asking, why were so many people arrested? Well, in Africa in 2015, albinos were struggling for their life because they were being hunted like animals. Albinos were being killed for their bone because it was believed that albino bones could bring wealth, happiness, and even good luck. A pedigree similar to a family tree is a diagram showing how genetic traits are inherited among family members. On the side are Roman numerals that represent the generations. When a circle or a square is shaded, it means that the trait is present. In the pedigree, circles are used to represent the females and squares are used to represent the males. Here are two facts. The trait will always be shown as a recessive allele and as an autosomal chromosome. So in albinism, the parents must have at least one recessive melanin allele in order for their child to have a chance at becoming an albino.
In 2015, biologists at Brown University found when there's a lack of OCA2, chloride will not flow into melanosome organelles. This causes the organelles to have high acidity, which the biologists believe could be curable.